Hi, and welcome to day 6 of learning how to play the ukulele left-handed. My name is Vic Kenner and I appreciate you joining me. So today we have 4 chords: C, A minor, F and G7. And our goal today is to be able to play each of those chords and make nice and smooth transitions from one to the other. And while we're doing that, making sure that we keep a nice steady strumming pattern throughout the whole exercise. So before we do that, let's make sure we're set up. If you need your notes or if you need pen and paper, make sure they're handy for you. Making sure that we're all tuned up, and let's start getting our fingers and our hands warmed up. We're going to start with the C chord. So find your C chord, and we're just going to warm up with a couple of bars of strumming. So find your C chord, finger number 3, fret number 3, string number 1, and our strumming pattern is just a nice steady down up motion. So while we're doing this, we want to be concentrating on making sure we glide across all the strings on both your down and up stroke, and regardless of what you're using, your thumb, your finger, your pick, whatever's working for you, let's just stay with that. But that's what we're going to warm up with at the moment. Just making sure we get a nice, consistent, even stroke across all the strings and that we stay in time. So we've got our metronome all ready to go. I've just Google searched one and moved our tempo to 44 beats per minute. So let's see how fast that is. Okay. So I'm going to count us in. I'm going to count 4 beats, and then we'll come in after that. I'll give you an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin. Down, up, down, up. Okay? Always starting with a down stroke. Warming up. Let's go. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We'll do it 2 more times. Down, up, down, up. Last time. Down, up, down, up. Okay. Now if you want to, you can just give your hands a bit of a shake and give your fingers a bit of a rub also to warm them up. Now let's have a look at our chords. So our first chord is C. We know that we're using finger number 3 on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So we really want to start getting used to what the shape looks like. So when we say C, we want to almost automatically go for our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. So it's all about how do we remember what chord to play and what fingers to use and where do they go. So our second chord is A minor. 2nd finger straight up to the 4th string on the 2nd fret. So we'll try that again. C, A minor. Now our F chord, all we do is we just add our 1st finger to the 2nd string on the 1st fret and our G7. Moving our hand away from the neck but keeping your 1st finger still on that 2nd string of the 1st fret and placing down our 2nd and 3rd fingers. Back to C. So let's go through all those again. Play C, 1 strum, A minor, F, and G7. And back to C. Okay, give your hands and fingers a bit of a rub. Shake them out a little bit. Okay, so let's now go slowly through each chord. So find your C chord, and we're going to strum 2 lots of 4, which is 2 bars. We are going to go from one chord to the next. And okay, we're at 44 beats per minute. I'll leave it at that. And we're just going to see how we go. So before I count in, I want to have a look at, try and remember where all the chords are. So C, A minor, F, G7, C, A minor, F, G7. So maybe you can do the same too. Use your eyes to try and help you remember what the shapes look like. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 2, 3. A minor. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. To an F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3. G7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to C. 2, 3, 4. And stop. Okay, well, I hope you went okay. Don't be too hard on yourself if you weren't able to keep up, or you didn't get your fingers there in time, or your sound wasn't very good. Don't beat yourself up about that at all. It does not matter. What does really matter in these early stages is at least you're getting a sense of the timing, and you're getting a sense of where you should be placing your fingers. So what we're doing today is we're setting you up with a practice routine that you can go over and spend a couple of minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes each day going through those changes. And I promise after a couple of days you will notice a big difference. So we're going to do it again, and we'll probably go through the cycle twice, playing 2 bars on each. And just remember, yes, we are trying to keep our strumming in time as well. So we've got a little bit to think about today. Let's see how we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. To an F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And to a G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. To an F. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3. To a G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And finish with 1 strum on C. And there you have it. That gives us an idea of what it takes for us to go from one chord to the next. And The way we're going to get better is we're just going to practice going through that exercise until we get familiar with the chord shapes and where they're placed, and strumming as well. So that'll take a couple of days for you to really get comfortable with it. But you do need to put in some time to make sure that you do improve. 5 minutes a day, you can achieve so much. So I'm definitely going to be putting in some time to make sure I get those smoother. I eventually want to be able to do it without having to look at the ukulele, but I'm not there yet. And these are the goals that I want to set for you as well, because I do believe that going through this system, you'll be able to achieve learning the ukulele much quicker. So that's it from us today. Thank you once again for dropping in. The deal is keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep in touch.